All right, in the live well. It's a big cat. Hi guys, Jay back here from More Outdoors. Today we're going to show you how to skin and fillet a channel cat caught out of the Detroit River this morning, walleye jigging. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to score the skin up a little bit here. Because believe it or not, getting skin off catfish is the hardest part. They got a big bone around this part. So we're going to move around that bone right there. We're just going to make some working lines to help skin. We're going to go and get the cheek meat out here too. So we're going to cut up and over this guy like that. Score them across here. We can get some working lines here and here. Don't want to go too deep in. Next, you're going to grab it with your pair of pliers, freed up skin. Pliers are no good. Okay, stop. Okay, good. Okay, so we switched up to some channel locks. They work a lot better. You're just going to want to work your way down. You can roll the skin. And you're just going to work it off. You're not going to grab that by hand. If you run into a hard spot, just free it up with your knife. I'll do another guideline here along the anal fin, like that, and you can pull the skin right off. Flip them over and do the other side now, the same way. Like that. I'll work along here again. I forgot to give my score line here along the anal fin again. Okay, so as you can see, there we go. We're now going to grab the belly flap and work that up. Now they also have some great cheek meat here too. Let's see if we can get that off. There we go, one side. There. So now we can cut this cheek meat out. a nice nugget there. Do the same thing on this other side. Here's the other piece. We'll take that little bit of skin off. You got to peel the skin off though with a pair of pliers, or else doing it like you're cleaning a walleye is not going to work well. You're going to lose a lot of good meat because their skin on these fish are just incredibly hard to get off. Now the next, we're going to carve it up just like a walleye. I'm going to go in at the back of the gill plate to the spine. I'm going to work my knife along the spine in the back, around this top bone. I'm going to follow the spine down and then out through the bottom of the belly over here with the tip of my knife behind the rib cage, and I'm going to follow the spine straight down, pushing down on an angle against the backbone and off to the end. And we're going to open them up. And over the top, I'm just going to follow that rib cage down with the tip of my knife. You can hear the bones. You can hear the knife on the bones. You can follow that rib line right down. Back up here behind the head. I'm going to just work my knife along those ribs. I'm going to follow that rib cage right down to the belly fat. There's one big fillet. I'm going to flip them around. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to work them this way. So once again, we're going to follow that top fin, around the top fin, back to the center of the spine, down the spine a little bit. Now that I got that worked out, I'm going to go through to the belly, and I'm going to work the fillet off again, bending my knife, riding the spine all the way down to the tail, like that. We're going to come back in the inside here. We're going to work down the spine, over to the ribs, up here in the head. And once again, I'm just going to work my knife along that rib cage. They have a very profound rib cage that comes out. So I'm just going to follow that rib cage down. And there we go, second fillet. The little bit that I missed on the inside here, I can go back now and work the rest out with my knife, because this side was a little harder. When you take the meat off of one side of the fish and flip it over, it's very hard to do the other. There we go. That's all the meat off of a 7.5 pound channel cat out of the Detroit River.